I'm Chris Exner. I'm a principal at Rothelowman. I've been here for about 19 years now. We're a national practice of about 220 people and across Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria and Western Australia as well.
Chris, tell me, with this model of these studios, how has that impacted your staff retention?
So we get a lot of really good feedback from our staff, and we get a lot of people come through even as students, and they come through right through to associates and associate principals in the group. So one of the biggest issues that we do face is the problem of long service leave and having that leave and requirement building up. But it's a great thing to actually have that balance, but also that tenure of long-standing people and maintaining that culture within the studios.
Yeah, that's a really good problem to have. You don't hear of many architecture studios with a problem of long service leave. Hats off.
Yeah,
that's
we're
great.
pretty proud of that.
How long have you guys been using Away Digital now?
We've been using them for about 3 years. So it's been a really good process over that journey to understand and work with our own practice and the way that we work, and understanding what benefits that we can have for using an outsourcing agent such as Away.
So what was the main reason for looking for a partner?
The requirement for an external outsourcing partner was pivotal to us. So we didn't want to have a number of different groups, or we wanted to actually understand who was in the industry, who had a solid basis. So the approach was made with a way to bring in their expertise into this field. It's been a really good and productive process to actually understand, and now we're getting really great traction and benefit out of the process.
So what are the typical kind of tasks that your Away Digital team might do?
The Away Digital team can bring that documentation and that heavy base to fruition, so that we can actually build on those excellent set of documents and designs that we've got to deliver the documentation. A lot of those requirements to do with processing wall types and generating general arrangement plans, that sort of thing, mostly door schedules, window schedules, a lot of that material, and right down to between townhouse types or major projects. It's been a really benefit.
You're always great at delivery and documentation.
Yep.
What difference has it made with your Away Digital?
The quality is still absolutely there, because we have an internal person that's dedicated to management and liaison and communication between Away and ourselves, so that we can still rely on that production, and it's still at our quality levels, but we've still got the capability and capacity to add value in the design and design development of each of these projects. So we see it's a multiple benefit.
So when you've got this big grunt of Away helping, how has that benefited your local average architect?
Our teams internally really find that the outsourcing team, especially with Away, has been a fantastic process for them. It's more about capacity of production of a lot of elements that they would normally be doing, and so that actually frees up their time to have a conversation about how to do something, or learn something else, or solve a problem, or find an opportunity for a design solution for something, develop a detail. So really it's been met quite well from our own internal team about the time that it does give them to work on other things, apart from their own other project or other internal relationships, and growing their own skills. We've been very conscious of maintaining a standard and consistent team within Away. So we've got 20 people that we're resourcing actively every day, so that we've got that process that we can manage, and we can then rely on our own processes to make sure that we can fill that team up, or we can speed up program, or we can have that flexibility to see what we can do with that process. So we can, if there's a project that can dip out for a little bit, bring a new one in that's got an urgency to it, then we can actually do that. So Away have been very receptive, and the team has been very good in terms of being able to chop and change sometimes, not by design, but by need to actually provide those projects.
Chris, can you tell me about the sectors that Rothelowman specialises in, and what sectors the Away Digital team help with?
Rothelowman works in a number of different sectors in terms of residential, commercial, office, mixed use, industrial as well, so that we work in a number of those different factors, so between build to rent or build to sell or townhouse, as well in the residential spaces. To date, typically we've had Away Digital work on some commercial projects, some industrial, and also some residential projects, with great success across each of those types.
And what size are those kind of projects?
In terms of construction value, would it be anywhere between $150 million to $20 million? So it's a quite a wide gamut of typology and experience on those.
So can you tell us about the best time to bring in outsourced documentation team?
Well, it's an interesting thing where you might actually have a need to bring in an outsourcing team from a funnel point of view. So you know that you've got a requirement coming up, and that's possibly the best time to do it. So get on top of it, drive yourself to the answer that you can for success. So get the relationship going, get the understanding, and build that idea of you might need to outsource from that point of view from an earlier time. Or you can do it ad hoc possibly and pick up the phone and call the away team and say, hi, can I have some capacity, please?
Using Away Digital, has it helped the bottom line?
From our point of view, it has helped the bottom line. It's a really useful element to our offering. So we get to do far more holistic and in-depth design investigations. And so from that point of view, we can actually deliver a documentation within a more holistic process so that we can meet the process and offer services such as the design solutions that we do offer from a visual point of view as part of our offering. We find that the diligence and the proactivity of the Vietnamese studios have been fantastic. So it's very much like our own drive to do a great job is also met by the away team. So there's no Vietnam or Australia divide. It's quite just the collective intent to do a great job.